So all of Sidious's manipulation from the shadows seemed to pay off, seeing as most of the Jedi were killed during Order 66, and the rest that lived on, such as Obi-Wan and Yoda, were sent into hiding just like many others, because shortly after Darth Vader's awakening, he goes right to hunting Jedi, which we see a lot of in multiple different Darth Vader comic runs. Sidious even creates a team of ex-Jedi, the Inquisitors, to hunt the Jedi with him, and are led by the Grand Inquisitor, who was actually a potential replacement to Vader if he was to ever die or betray Sidious. But Vader wasn't very fond of them and really just dragged them along with him wherever he went, not really caring what would happen to them, but alongside Vader they started to slowly learn how to kill Jedi, and they also started to clear out the ones who thought they could hide. And although Sidious did approve of Vader's mission to stomp out every last Jedi, he also seen it as a waste of time, knowing that most of them weren't a threat to the Empire, seeing as they were too strong for them to do anything about it now. No matter how hard the Jedi would try, they would never win. But the one Jedi that Sidious knew had the best chance of stopping them was the Grand Master Yoda himself, who Sidious knew was alive after their final fight during the events of Episode 3. He even tried to find him, but ended up getting preoccupied with the failure of Anakin during his duel with Obi-Wan on Mustafar, so Sidious ended up giving up looking for him, knowing that he isn't that big of a threat alone anyway, and also having no clue as to where he has gone, which he kind of enjoyed, knowing that he would be forced to wallow in his grief and despair alone. And of course the reason for him not being able to find Yoda was because he found the most backwater planet far on the outer rim, Dagobah, which was part of the Solace sector, and was basically just a swamp planet with almost every living creature on it. But deep in the planet was a very strong connection to the Force, which Yoda sensed to be the dark side of the Force, which might not seem like the best place for him at the time, but it was actually quite the opposite. You see, the dark side of the Force was so strong here that it completely masked out any sign of the light side, allowing Yoda to maintain his connection to the Force to be strong, unlike Obi-Wan, who started to weaken his connection to the light side, all to stay hidden from the Empire. And even though Yoda was very hidden from Sidious's view, there was always that chance of him finding him. But even if he did, he probably still wouldn't have let Vader even try to kill him for one of two reasons. One, not knowing if Vader would be strong enough to take him out, or even if they were just perfectly matched now, it would still be a huge risk, and although it would be a great fight to see, it was a risk Sidious was not willing to take just yet. And the second reason goes back to what I said earlier about Sidious taking great pleasure knowing that Yoda has to stay hidden on some backwater planet, reliving his greatest failure yet. So he continued to leave him to rot, not even sensing him as a threat in the Force. And of course we all know that the choice to leave him be will be the downfall of his rule, seeing as Yoda is the one to train Luke, seeing to it that he stops Sidious and the Empire. But let me know what you all think in the comments below. Would Vader be able to win the fight against Yoda now, or would Yoda outpower the Dark Lord with ease? Also, if you enjoyed, consider subscribing for more, and plus it's free and it helps me out a ton.